11th because they've gotten themselves one little P4 up in the north that's delayed a little bit. So it might be looking on a difficult time. That tank to the north, not able to finish it off. Sorry, not endurance, the 11th, because they've got the one guy still in the hard cap.
back here in the backside, we got PFC Brooks, PFC Private Stands, and
by the P4. Gonna leave the Sherman in danger here. One more and it's gonna go. Apologize, just realized I've got some music going on there in the background, so we're gonna go ahead and take that out of there. So sorry about that, everybody. Right, I normally have everything prepped well ahead of time, but this midweek matchup ended had some events happen right before that didn't allow me and afford me my regular warm-up time period. So I apologize for the technical difficulties here. For right now, holding it at the very, very end of the capture contested progress, this medium E4 coming up against a couple different enemies here as they try to get them surrounded. Scushi just trying to get as many things prepared as he can. Sherman taking a hit, not blowing up though, as both P4 and Sherman are injured, and the Sherman's gonna win that battle. But Indy and his crew able to go ahead and get themselves back into a position to start defending that point once again, as Scushi and his crew are coming face to face. Oh no, he's looking the wrong way. Oh, but the first round misses. But he's gonna get double tapped. He's in trouble. Scushi, yeah. Go down with your shit, buddy. Hey, that's we just got tank on tank action. Just nowhere to go. That is unfortunate as that tank goes up in smoke. Finally leaving 11th to allow them to get back up and defend that point. Two injured Shermans leave an excellent opportunity for Irish Coffee and crew to scoot on up in here. See if they can get additional pressure here, as that is going to see all 3 tanks on the field for the 11th. That tank in the north really could prove to be some problematic problems for this P4 crew, as it does end up getting the first shell. He's got to back up. He has lost that trade. Oh, he's going to risk it, and unfortunately gets blown right up here. The Northern Sherman having its revenge. Just like that, all mediums here for endurance have now been taken out. Plenty of time here for the 11th to get themselves healed all back up. Oh, it was such a promising push too here from endurance there. That is unfortunate. They got themselves on top there with 2 tanks, but without having to wait around for all those tanks to come back, the 11th was able to get right back into it, get those tanks spawned. Yeah, see themselves right back in that battle. Now we're in a position where endurance is going to yet again have to regroup. Now, something you don't see in normal infantry play games is you do actually get points for taking out the corpses of your dead enemies. And in a DMT style matchup like this, eliminating the enemy tanks as such will grant you a few extra points in that combat score. So you take what you can get. Oh no, Yeet, my meat was banned for team killing. Looks like we had a little bit too much fun going on in the backside HQs. Got himself eliminated. That will be fun. Get on the admin tool, take care of business, get him back in the game, get a stern talking to from your CO. P4 not aware of the Sherman here, in danger already. You got to keep moving there, Crawler. And Sukuzi. Don't stop. You're just putting yourself right there in front. I've made that mistake before. You want to stop and try to figure out where the attack's coming from, but that situation, you need to just keep on scooting. But easy kill there for the medium Sherman crew. Panzer no doubt having a command chat discussion with his teammates about not losing as many tanks as they seem to be losing. Come on, guys, get it together. Here's what we see: the shenanigans of tank crews as they wait for their armored chariots to spawn in. Kicks and giggles. They won't be able to hear us. We might be able to hear them. Doubt they are, but let us see. Crane getting left behind, but it looks like our little recon tank, Puma up at the north, has decided to take a little bit of a go at it. Definitely looking to try to use their strategy to come in from the north. Almost like he's acting as bait here for this northern tank to figure out where exactly they are. I mean, credit to him for doing that. I mean, might as well bait him out. Another peace strike coming on in. Let's go ahead and see if the 11th tank crew is going to be good enough to get themselves moving now to dodge here before it lands. But it does not sound like they are going to be, as they are nice and silent, and this peace strike is just about to hit. And the commander goes 2 for 2. Very good hit from Commander Oberstpanzer. Right. Puma's hiding behind the hedge, not wanting to give an inch here as it plays dodgeball with this medium Sherman. Oh, there's another medium Sherman that's decided to hop on in here. P4 gets a shot onto it. The first shot from the Sherman misses. P4 with the advantage now. Indian crew deciding to get out of dodge, but it's not enough as they go up in smoke, leaving the one medium Sherman chasing the Puma here at the top. Puma with the advantage, but heading towards an open field. And it could prove to be a dangerous situation here, as the Puma going to find itself in a very difficult situation. Almost needed to double back along that road. But in this case, going to open himself up to the front side. That is not necessarily how you drew that up there, Puma, unfortunately. Medium's going to win that every day. So you got to keep on scooting, unfortunately. Doesn't look like our sound's working the way we want it to, so we'll go ahead and just disconnect that. But here we are, 30 minutes into this matchup, and so far it has been all 11th with some nice little bright lights here for endurance, but definitely owned by 11th, getting the initial cap and holding on to it and just obliterating the attackers as they come in from endurance. All right, looks like this is going to go down here in the north. Got ourselves another Puma that's decided to go ahead and move on up. Looking to sneak its way into the back line here. Him from the back. Spotters see him as the Sherman lunges across the field. Puma doesn't see him. P4 see him. No, the P4 does not appear to see him. Ginger Beast delicately guides his crew on through this entire area, somehow avoiding both of those tanks.
They pass with no action coming between them at all. None of them there, none of them looking. But I can see the Allied tanks getting a little bit more adventurous here, trying to get themselves into a position to hit them even before they get to the red line. I've played a DMT match like that before. I believe it was against 6th. They just hit us as soon as we got out of our little locked out zone, we were gone. That recon plane for the Allies not going to show anything. Everybody has made their way back behind them. No doubt going to be alerted as soon as these little tanks pop into that soft cap. Start getting some cap pressure. You're going to see these two Shermans book it back. So it's a good strategy, but somehow Endurance has found their way to get themselves back here into the sector without the 11th knowing about it. All 4 tanks currently in the red. We do hear shots. This time the Puma wisely using the cover to its advantage to get itself out of the way of this medium Sherman. Looks like it has gotten away for the time being. And it may have been that little recon tank, that little Stuart inside, sorry, not Stuart, Greyhound inside of the point that the Axis ended up taking out. That looks like that's what that is. With that, cap pressure going away as they are now moving bodies out of the point. Puma getting in behind the Sherman now. It's one shot into the backside, but it's able to go ahead and dip around. But now it's going to leave 2 mediums facing that P4. Oh, it ricks! Oh, it ricked off the backside of the tank. That is unfortunate, but his medium Sherman's still in danger, though. As this P4 gets one shot on it. I don't know if this crew sees him exactly, and it doesn't look like they do. They're backing up wisely to disengage that. They are not sure where that P4 is, but they had the advantage, but now it is dead even between these 2 tanks, each one of them appearing having a shell in the hull. Cap progress going in favor of Endurance, so they're looking to flip that as the last tank crew here by Rain Amtrick and 2nd Lieutenant Sombre trying to force their way back up into the point. Dug out of hell, getting out to rep and get himself healed up here as Irish Coffee does the same. We'll go back and visit these guys here in just a moment. Look to see how our other Sherman does in coming back into the point. See the P4 sitting there at the very end of the road. They're just crossing right now. One shot. Where did that shot go? Sure. He tried to go the entire distance of the map. With that, Cap has moved and flipped into the favor of Endurance. Endurance is able to hold it and win some of these tank battles here. They could end up flipping just as we are about halfway through this matchup. back from the dead. This Sherman not wanting to give up and let this P4 get away with what they did to him in the previous life. One shell right on in him. Gonna have some danger here. It gets 2 shells. Medium Sherman still gonna have the advantage here. But it keeps Ricking. It's not able to get him. That is gonna be frustrating for that gunner. Absolutely frustrating for that gunner to see those shells continue to bounce off. That is unfortunate, as that turret damage not going to do any more damage to the armor. So must have just kept hitting him in the turret, and once he depleted the turret armor, he couldn't move anymore very quickly with his turret, but can't necessarily kill him. Got to hit him in the body. With that, 11th coming back, getting some cap pressure here from the one Puma that's found itself still sitting here in the middle point. Recon plane going up. Looks like an allied recon plane. Puma getting a shot, but he's got to move. Oh, with that. Didn't move fast enough, unfortunately. Now nearing 50%. This P4 coming up from the south. Now the only person that could do anything about the cap race at this time. Storming in from the north. Might be able to get some bodies here in the cap and with enough time to hold it. If that other tank crew can get there. Captain Crawler, pedal to the metal, doing everything he can to get there. The turret for the medium Sherman appears that it's looking this direction. Yep, it is. One shot into the side. P4 gets a hit. With the advantage of having the wall there, it might have hit turret again. With it not going up in smoke yet, that Sherman's gonna win that battle. So that case, the wall being a good saving grace here. Metro Boomin, his crew, Metro Boomin, his crew as he gets out for repairs. Just like that, 11th finds their way back up on top. Right. So what are we looking at here? We're now looking at Endurance trying to hold down that northern road. Both of their medium tanks up there at the moment. And we finally have a commander taxi going on here. Commander Obert's Panzer gets to ferry Irish Coffee back up to his crew. He is fair game, so if an allied tank does spot him, they can take him out. The commanders are not absolutely unkillable. Just if they're back in their HQ, you're not supposed to do that. Oh, are we going to get a shot? Oh, we got a sight line possibly on him. Oh, looks like that medium Sherman not going to see him. But ooh, with that, we have lost. Oh, it must come all the way down here. So Indian crew able to take him out. Sorry, I did not get that kill. Was too focused on the shepherd of the taxi up here. With that, this tank crew coming right up the backside. It appears that Irish Coffee has gone back to meet his, excuse me, in the afterlife. Simply redeploying out of the vehicle. Almost got what we have the equivalent of a police chase going on here. Don't want the message of shame showing up there for the whole time here. And with that, from downtown all the way up from the north, that's a great shot. Bet that was Indy and his crew again. Yeah, looks like Indy and his crew, and they're just wrecking people, and I'm not getting it. I saw the explosion, at least. We watched that one go up in smoke, so that's good. We saw that one. Now, the 11th's been able to get all their tank crews back up, slowly weeding out the area of all the Axis tanks. These guys don't know it yet, but they are on a collision course. Who's going to spot the other first? P4 gets the shot off first. Uh-oh. You got to move. You can't sit there. That's the hard part. You're just gonna give yourself a sitting target there for the other crew. You gotta try to make it difficult for them. I'm a terrible gunner, and I'd hit that shot. So you gotta keep on scooting. That crew will come right back into a waiting Sherman for them. Already sitting there in the middle HQ. Be able to get right back up on the battlefield. Still in the back, waiting for precision coming on in. Gonna miss though, as that crew was very well back behind. So that ping from the Allied command side, good. It was right where they were, but the P4 crew from Endurance wisely backing up out of that engagement area. But we have a hot pursuit coming on in here. Doug out of hell is doing what he can to get Whisker back here for a fight. But the injured P4 is not the one they're going to see first. Oh, he's going to give up his position. P4 on the outside there. Not looking for him. P4 will have the peak advantage. Oh, and he clips him in the front corner. What a shot. What a shot. Whiskerfish able to get him by the whisker. This P4 doesn't know, like, it doesn't even think like it knows exactly where this guy is. He's just sitting there waiting for it. Gets it in the shot, so he does have the advantage. If they back up, though, oh, it ricks. Yeah, you definitely got to get out of the back there. P4's got to push. Is this engine off? No, engine is on. Engine is on. Gets a second shot into him. Now this Sherman's in danger. Oh, it misses the second shot. Whiskers, come on, man. After hitting the whisker of that previous take, that's 2 misses. That is unfortunate. Now you're just a sitting duck, unfortunately, and that P4 is just going to have its way with you. That's too bad. It was a moment of glory here. Whisker and crew. And another wreck. Man, this tank back here, this P4 protected by plot armor in some way. It's getting wrecks, getting missed. It is not this P4's time to die. Finally landing a shot on the P4. But it's going to get back behind that hedge here before it gets killed all the way. Now we have entered our stalemate phase. Neither take wanting to give up their position. Will we see the Sherman disengage? It appears that we might see it disengage and go north. Living to fight another day. May have seen him crossing the field. I don't know though for sure. Don't know. But retreating back to the relative safety of the wheat field. Amtrak, Second Lieutenant Sombre, and Rain. Just regrouping here. Puma found its way in the back. Puma crew's doing what they can do best, just getting behind everybody. Pulls off, does not engage the backside of the Sherman yet. Uh-oh. Sherman's turning. Doesn't look like it's turning to engage quite yet, though. As the barrel's completely scorpioned around on this tank. Giving a nice backside here. The danger of the Stinger facing right at him. Appears that the Puma was spotted, though. As they are definitely scanning, searching, trying to find any sort of corner they can get on this little Puma. But it is getting out of there and not wanting to mess with a big cat like the Sherman. Recon plane going through for the Allies. Only going to hit one tank, and that's going to be that medium P4 coming out of the middle down the main road. Second Puma could cause a little bit of damage here against Sombre, who's out at the back side of his tank. One on the side. And gonna scoot wisely. Wisely getting away from that. That gonna be an Axis. We got another Axis. Can he go through 3 for 3 here? It's moving. Danger of not going 3 for 3 here. Now, if I had sent that precision strike, it wouldn't have killed it. Absolutely wouldn't have killed him. But good for Commander there. Obert's Panzer. 3 for 3 here on the precision strikes. Very well done, sir. If you were in the 22nd, we'd be issuing you plenty of chicken sandwiches, the running joke that we have for the commanders in the DMT side. You get a precision strike kill, each one's a chicken sandwich. And that P4 just having a bad day as its plot armor has expired. Medium Sherman gonna just line it up. Plot armor has not fully expired as that medium Sherman is again wiped from the battlefield here. So Twisted, Lieutenant Smile, and Rev Payne doing well to stay alive. Somehow surviving three different engagements with 11th tanks there. So hats off to them. Going on an MVP run right now. As it stands, Little Puma's made it back into the backside here, and is the only thing in the soft cap sector, allowing the point to flip in favor of the Axis. Marking something. Not quite sure though, as nothing appears to be there. The point now flips to Endurance's favor. They take another 3-2 lead. Knocking on the front door. 11th seems poised to go right back into it. Heavy tank column coming on through here. App contested already. This next tank entering the zone should be enough to start tipping it back in favor of the 11th. Just like that, we do see cap pressure coming back in. Crewmen getting its sight on the backside. Gonna take a shot, revealing its position. Oh, that Sherman. Oh, unfortunate. Ricocheting it off the second shot here. Not gonna get another lineup for that last shot there. This P4 could get lucky though. Get a little bit of a backside hit. Gets one onto the P4, the Sherman. That's probably the better Sherman to hit. It hits the one, takes it out. Gonna leave a giant open backside here for this next Sherman. It's gonna try to do Austin Powers move here and get itself all the way turned around here. Gets its first shot in. P4 with the advantage. P4's just got to hit it. And P4 does. So overreacting to the Puma. We had both medium Shermans getting taken out, 2 of the 3. This medium Sherman up here in the top looks like it is just about ready to get hit, as it is surrounded. At the same time, I don't know if the endurance guys know exactly where they are. They gathered for a quick huddle. Either one of them looking at it, gonna give the medium Sherman both backsides here. West is gonna need to flip that thing around faster than he's ever flipped a tank before, but it doesn't look like they are going to, as they are not reacting, and it doesn't explode. How in the world does it not kill him there? Anyway, before you can get a barrel on him, this is going to be devastating if this other P4 doesn't turn around and know where that shot came from. No P4. Is the Sherman going to get its way out of here? I don't know, but oh, it is showing its backside. It sure is. Oh, bring that gun. 1 o'clock. Get it. That's going to engine it. P4 is going to be dead in the water. And just like that, that Sherman somehow is going to find its way out of that situation. So we've seen a couple situations where these tanks go up 2 against 1 and somehow find their way out of it. So tank crews all doing some pretty miraculous things today, as still on top right now of the cap endurances, leading 3-2 right now. But combat score still is yet to be fully determined on what we're sitting at there. If this tank does end up fully getting disengaged, doesn't get a hit, let's pop out admin cam real fast and just see what combat scores are looking like at the moment. So as it currently sits, combat scores, we can see, luckily the allies are all put together for us. That goes really quick and easy. It's like 3938 for the Axis, 52 for the Allies. So leading by a couple thousand on the combat score here are the Allies, but I mean that doesn't necessarily take into account my meat's score that he had before we left. So that could be impacting that just a little bit, but gives us an idea of seeing what exactly is going on here, as we definitely can see the Allies ahead of the total cap. Sorry, not the total cap, the total combat point perspective. And I dare say they've been ahead of the total cap pressure maintain as well, but so far, Endurance giving them all they can here up into the very end. Engine's still humming loudly here for the Puma. Not going to be able to fit in there. They'll try, but they're not going to be able to fit. We have shots being fired. Oh, is it going to leave itself open? Yes, it will from the backside, but they will not need to get it. The kill belongs to Old Man Grizz, Stevo, and Metro Boomin. 1-2-1. Oh, Metro Boomin 2-1. Allied recon plane going through will spot the actually it should very well spot both tanks here. It could, might not spot that, might not spot the Puma. The P4 for sure is going to be tagged. Can't see exactly because that's the one that it doesn't let me necessarily see, but here's that something has happened. They've been able to see a move as this Sherman is going in 4th gear. Take a quick beeline. Yes, it does. Down the line here. Sirens blaring. Contact made. Fully engined on the P4. Gonna go ahead and get the final kill there. This Indian crew get themselves another notch in the belt here. Secure themselves, most likely, this cap, as no other Allied, or sorry, Axis tank is in the area to take care of it. Solid Black Ninja back there. Not having to do a lot outside of spawning tanks in for his crew. Did miss that precision strike earlier, but since then, I do not know if they've had to send in any more additional. Right where we left him. Here's he's still standing there. Cap's got to be burning by now. Still facing the same direction. Maybe we'll see him move now that the match here, Mexico and South Korea, is going to halftime. All right, with 12 minutes to play, 10 minutes to try to secure a final cap here. Endurance finding themselves quite the hole as they just try to get themselves back into this matchup here. Puma gets a shot and gets out of there. A quick turnaround, getting on the backside of the Sherman. Ricochet's first time, just no impact on the second, so just 2 unfortunate hits. Third shot does hit. Doesn't engine the medium though. Will it be able to get out in time? Yes, it does. That turn not turning around fast enough. Will he get around the corner? Yeah, doesn't, but he does end up getting himself. He does dodge it, but he's got to get out of there. Puma in trouble again. Will it get out? Oh, going with the broadside approach. Hits him in the turret. Not enough to destroy him. Puma still moving. Will it be able to get out? No, Puma not quite yet able to escape. But now on the backside, not having to deal with the turret being faced towards him at this time. Will he be able to get there? Come on, get it out of the gate. Get. Oh, no. No. It's all happening in slow motion, but the turret over rotates. Oh, driver and gunner couldn't quite get it, but finally lined up. Gets the kill. Puma not able to get quite away yet. Oh, that got exciting for a moment. Back to the relative silence that is the outskirts here as we wait for more tanks to come on into the fight. Indian Archangel and Fly Tyler getting pinged out pretty well right now. Here's all 4 allied tanks. Excuse me. 3 of the 4 allied tanks, appear to be consolidating themselves down in the soft cap sector. Get him. Yes, he does. He tags him through the hole in the hedge. Opening up the door for his Puma to go in like a little attack dog. Try to land another hit on the backside. Might be able to engine him if he doesn't rotate his backside. This is a shot, unfortunately, going just over the left backside hip of the medium. We have high-speed pursuit going on. Second shot misses again. Puma not having a good time out there. Here's he will go ahead and escape for the time being. I'm hurt, buddy. Get back in that fight for me. As they do a quick tap out with a new Sherman coming on back. Looks like he is going to miss the Puma, though. I don't think he saw the Puma. He may have seen the Puma now that he's looping back around here. Puma still doing what he can to try to maintain his contact on that medium Sherman. Will we see a Puma kill? No, unfortunately, Major Archangel's crew and company able to get him out. Take him out here. Everybody jumps out to try to get the repairs going. Look out of hell, driving like a tank out of hell, that's for sure. Likes the 4th gear, but hey, he's getting it done. Being effective. All right. So now we're sitting with just over 5 minutes, 30 seconds here. Until if no cap pressure can be done and put on, we know Endurance wouldn't be able to get any additional cap weight pressure. But for right now, Allied crews sitting very comfortably here in the middle of hard cap. Yeah, this isn't something we normally get a cast here on the channel. So if you are finding yourself having a good time, feel free to let me know if this is something that you're more seeing. If you would like to have more of it, let me know. I like to specialize in the full-on comp matches, the everything. But if you guys like to see this kind of stuff, I've got connections to allow you to get more of it. So you keep me posted. You let me know. More than happy to do what the audience requests. All right, and the Hail Mary play coming on in here for the Axis. Just trying to get things spawned in here in the back. All the way backside. Recon plane going up. That will show all 4 Axis or Allied tanks. Looks like that one was the Allies. Here comes the Axis. That too should see all 4 of them. With most likely having one last precision strike in his pocket, will Commander Obert's Panzer be able to hit his 4th and final strike? Yet to see. Tank shuffling, hearing the recon plane going over. Precision strike inbound, but this tank is well out of the area. Yep, this one will unfortunately miss. Gonna be safe. Too bad did not go for Major Archangel here on the south. Precision strike gonna land harmlessly in the middle of the court. But hey, 3 for 4 is still not bad. Precision strikes, I would take it. I was 3 for 4. Cannons blasting. Got explosions there as one endurance tank goes down. Second one, Major Archangel and crew taking out the threat as well. One medium alone left up here in the north. That's going to pretty much do it for any type of push that endurance is going to be able to make here into the point. That tank just up there at our 12 o'clock, pretty much right at the top of the edge of the field there, might end up finding a way to find damage onto this medium Sherman. If it's going to see it through the horn, it could potentially see it. No, turret not going to be locked in at the moment. Should see it as it goes right across this road. Turret hit the shot. Will it be able to hit the shot? Got one gap right there if it times it right. No, he does not have the gun lined up quite ready for him to go yet. So the Sherman's going to be able to get away for the time being. Our little Puma appears to have met its match. No longer out there. I can't see it. The only possible tank engagement we could have right at the moment. What we're looking at right now. See if this P4 is able to go ahead and make its way around. Will it be able to finish the kill? It does look like it's finding itself into the attacking position. See the back end. Nice, plump and juicy in front of him. Gets one shot into him right after. Engineer hops back in. But getting caught up on the little wagon there, unfortunately. Foley engine not going to be able to move. Just have to wait for the shell to come in. And when it just keeps doing that and hitting the track, that's frustrating because your death isn't here yet. There it is, though, and blown up. So at least one more kill for the Endurance crews. Such little time left. Will we see some advancements from the 11th crews to try to find their way into a position to attack them? We shall find out. Are we going to be content enough to just sit back and wait for the time to pass? Hey, and with that, you guys are going to be able to go right back in here as this about ready to get going here. South Korea and Mexico tied at 0-0 apiece. 30 seconds left, though. Are we going to get blessed to have one more go at some type of action here? Oh, and he turns that, gets shot in the side. Double teamed. Will they be able to take him out? Well, we got one explosion, one P4 down. Will the Puma be able to finish him? No, he does not. And just like that, that is going to be able to give us a nice representation of how this match played out here. Is that medium Sherman taking on the two other tanks all by itself. Closes us out here with what I might say is very, very well 11th victory here. As this matchup here, this friendly tank matchup between the 11th and Endurance does end up coming to an end. I appreciate you guys tuning in. Hope that you guys, after you're done with your match, get to come back and enjoy the broadcast. Okay, I'll go ahead and give my commendation. There we go. Commander Panzer here for hitting 3 out of 4 peace strikes. I hope that when you guys get the chance to look through it, you enjoy it. Sorry I didn't get all the tank kills. Tried to get them all, but you guys caught me off guard a couple times. Well done. But with that, you guys have a wonderful rest of your day, and we'll see you next time on the battlefield.